Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. In the previous video, I just showed you how to organize your code. We are not going to organize here because it will make a confusion. When we swap, it will distract you between to and fro like this. Go here, go here. You don't understand properly. We're not doing it. But whenever we'll do a big project, we'll surely use that. Okay, in the previous video, I showed you how to use these functions and constructor and all that. And I did not say about destructor. So today we'll be using destructor and we'll use dynamic memory allocation also inside classes so that you understand it more easily. So we'll just comment out this class so that we'll create a new class. So don't forget, don't comment out these two lines because we'll be using it again and again. So it's better that you don't comment it, just comment out the class. Okay, we'll comment out the class with the int main. Just comment out this. Okay, comment. So come down and we'll just first declare the main function. Just write the main and the parenthesis. Always include that. Write return and 0. Okay, now we'll create a class. This says the name of the class will be like destruct. We'll use destruct so that you understand it's for destructor, and we'll just use this curly braces and here. Okay, so there's no error, means it's correct. We have defined the class. Now inside the class we'll declare a private member, so we'll write int pointer data. Okay, why we write pointer data? Because we wanted this to contain lot of data. So I already told you, while using dynamic memory allocation, we can use new and delete to create and delete memory respectively. I already told you how when we did with DMA, and just write here DMA. When we did direct memory allocation, I already said you, and when we edit new, we always use this pointer so that we can know that this is not just a variable, it is an address, and this address can have lots of data in it. So we'll just, okay, this is in the private. I already said you, whatever is declared before public, everything is private in class. So now we'll declare the public. We'll just write public and this printer, and inside the public we'll create a constructor, and you'll know constructor start with the name of that of um, the class name, and we'll take here an integer int. We'll take an integer so that we know what size we should create this. Okay, now come destructor. This is a constructor, and in the destructor is same as constructor. It does not have a return type. It does not take any arguments also, but in constructor we take arguments. This does not take arguments. We should just write, just use this tidal sound, tidal, or what it's called, tidal, 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 I think this. Okay, use this and write the same name as the class, and okay, that's how you declare a destructor. Destructor are created as same why delete is created, so that we don't have memory leak. Okay, memory we should not, because if we don't delete something, it will consume some memory, and it's inaccessible, and we can't remove that memory. That means it's leaking some memory. So that's why it's good to use the destructor. Okay, we'll not use here this data here, so that, okay, I'll talk about DMA when we in the object part. I want to make this easy for you to understand. So okay, so we'll write here, we'll name of the class destr, and we'll create an object. Okay, object is created. As soon as the object is created, object is giving an error because we did not pass an argument. We'll just write 5. Okay, and now after the class we'll say what is constructor should do. We'll just write destructor scope resolution, name of the constructor, parenthesis, int n, whatever is here, and we'll just write, we'll put this data is equals to n, and we'll write just see out something, see out constructed, and we'll print out this data. Okay, and just endl so that it looks good. And for the destructor we'll be just write the return type is destructor, and scope resolution, and we use this tidal sound, tidal. Okay, tidal or tidal, let's comment out dstr and the parenthesis, and we'll just write cout destructed, and we'll just write data and end here. Okay, I hope this don't give any error, and I can explain what I'm trying to explain by using this destructor. We're not using here this memory. I'll show you how to use it, but I want to make this easy for you to understand destructor because you're learning for the first time. So just let's save and run it. I hope we don't get any error. Okay, you can see here constructed 5, destructed 5. We did not pass any argument, but it can take the value of the data from private member because it's a destructor. Destructor and constructor have full access to its private, and it's a member, like it's like member function type which have access to this class. Okay, now let me say how to destruction means how destruction is complete from top to bottom, down to up. Okay, I'll show you one more example. We'll create some more object like object 1, and we'll pass a number. Okay, so it becomes easy. 1, 2, and obj 3 will take 3, and one more obj 4 will take 4. Okay, let's print one more so that it becomes 5. 5 is a good number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 5. Okay, whenever this is called, five objects is going to be created because one object, two object, we use comma in between, so 5 object will be created. And how are they constructed? We'll just write constructed, and we'll put this so that you understand, you see it clearly, and make this capital, and just let's run it. So I'll just make this smaller, and you can see here first the constructor are called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see the destructor, how the destructor are called. Destructor, the first destruction will take place for the one that is created last. You see, first 5 is destructed, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. This is how destruction takes place. After the construction, the last one to be constructed is deleted first. So this make a very good concept. I think you can understand this very easily. I think constructor is called from starting to ending, and wherever this constructor is ending, from here the destruction starts in the opposite manner. Means this constructor is going to left to right, and this destruction will start from the right and end at the left. So I hope you knew how this constructor works. It just free up the memory so there is no memory leak, and it works in the opposite way how constructor works. So I hope you got the concept of destructor. We'll use more in the later part, but for now I think you understood this. Okay, now for coming to dynamic memory allocation, just let me copy this because we'll not use it here. We'll use it here. You can see here we created many objects. Suppose we want to create 100 objects same as this. How can we create? We'll add obj 1, 2, 3 till 100, and this is a mess. So how can we overcome it? Just delete this, and we'll use dynamic memory allocation. Just paste out this here so that it becomes easy. We'll create pointer objects. I already said you we use this pointer. So in the bottom you can just write obj equals to new operator. I already said how to use new operator in dynamic memory allocation. Please watch that video if you are facing any difficulty. And now you should use what type of data it should contain. Now we wanted to create object of what? Object of this class. So the data type will be here this class. It will be the class because it should construct object of this type of destruction type. So okay, we'll just change the name I think for now. So this, because destruction is complete, we'll just write class name. Okay, there are a lot. Class name, sorry for that. Oh, there are a lot more. We'll just do one thing, paste it here, run this, and if we can change something, let's see, there was something, I think it's an F2, enter to rename, and this then it's F3 I think. Okay, now we can just write here dstr, it's F3 function, F3 in your keyboard, and you can just say here and replace this with what is the name we want? We want to use class name CLASSNAME. and here just use this so that everything gets, so 1 of 8, and replace only one, replace all, will do replace all. You can see everything is changed to class name, all the destruction is changed to class. This is an easy way to do. Okay, now it's come here, just clear out this. Is easy way to do in VS Code is fn, means function f3 or just f3 in your keyboard. Okay, now it's a class name, so this is the name. In incomplete type is not allowed, so I don't know what's okay. It's incomplete type, no default constructor exists for class name. Okay, I don't know what error is showing. Class name, why is it showing this? Wait a sec, guys. Okay, the error here is that it's saying that no default constructor exists for class. So you can see here the constructor takes some arguments, but for this I think we should initialize one more constructor which does not take this all this value. Okay, we'll just write name of the class name, and declare a constructor which won't take any value. This is the default one. Okay, now you can see nothing is constructed, so this is not taking any value. Okay, that's right. Now just comment out this. Just we'll erase this. We'll use some functions here so that you know how to access these functions and all. Okay, the heck. Okay, this will not take any arguments here. So now we declared a, you can see it's declared with a pointer. Now 10 spaces are created for object, means we can create 10 objects now. Just define some function. Okay, what will the function be? Okay, go back to the exercise. In the exercise yesterday we did that, we took the roll numbers and all this. Now do with dynamic memory allocation. Okay, part 2, do with dynamic memory allocation and add 10 students with same details. Okay, now here same details means how to do this. Okay, I'll just show little bit and I think you can do the rest of them. Okay, just let's save this and come back here. So in the, we'll write one more function here like input details. Okay, come here and we'll write a void function input details, and just prototyping here and come back here down. You know how to name a function, just write the return type of the function, name of the class name is class name, scope resolution, name of the class is, name of the function is input details, it won't take anything. Okay, now you can see here 10 objects are created. Now we're going to take input values for 10 of them one by one. So we can use here the loops. Let's use for loop for now. For int I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Okay, and we'll do just like objs of I. You know how to call a function, just use this dot and name the function. We'll just input details, and this we'll pass here the value of I also. Okay, if you don't want it also it will be, but just for now we'll just pass here the value of I, and we'll write here int I. Okay, where is the function declared? Is declared inside the class here, so we'll just write int x. Okay, and come back here, we'll write int x. I know this int x because I want that the roll number should start from 0 and whatever value is passed, the roll number should be of that one. So now come back here and enter all these details. For the details we'll just go here and we'll write here everything, like we'll use the string for name and int for age. Use all the values that is in the exercise, like whatever we talk in the last, I gave this exercise, I hope you completed it. So now you know how to use all of this. Just use this. I'll just use this age and this name. Okay, we'll include this string. Okay, we don't need to include, I think. Okay, now you can see we'll take a string and an age, so you can just write here in the input details you can just write we'll just write okay, cout name. We'll take a name here and scene name. Okay, and cout, we'll just put an extra line so that it comes in the below and write cout age and scene edge. So now you can see this will be called 10 times because this will go inside this for loop, and for everything, for every loop a new object will be created. And you already saw here we created 10 objects by using this new operator. So now it's, we already know whenever we create new we need to create a delete. So we'll write delete and use this object. So we'll write just objs. Okay, okay, now come back here. Now you can see for every object this value will be taken. So just if you run it, so you can see now it's asking for name. Just use any name like Bill. For age is like 58, 57. One more name, and code. I don't know what is the age of code. It's like 100,000 years ago. And one more name like computer. What's the age of computer? It's like 200 years. I don't know. And you can see this code got executed. This is created for this many objects. We can similarly print out the object. Just write a function for this here to display out. Okay, we'll do it. We'll just write void name of the class name display, just write cout. I'll just print out the name and you can understand I think the later part. So we'll write the name and we'll just use the ndl so that it comes after. So now we took the input from here. Just let's copy out this, control C and control V, and we'll just write here display, display display, and just let's run it. I hope we don't get any error. Okay, there is no error. We'll just enter the name. We'll enter same Bill 57, code 1000 10,000, and computer 2000 because code I don't know, whatever logic I'm using it. You can see the name got printed like Bill code computer that we just use this function and we printed out this name. How this only this name got printed? Because it depends on which object we are calling. We are calling for object 0. So for the object 0 the name is Bill. You can see here. For object 1 it's code, and for object 2 it's from 0 because I already said we start from 0 in computer. So I hope you got how to use this new and delete operator. Always use it delete because we don't want memory leak, and you can use the constructor, destructor and all that. It's very easy, and you know how to call a function, and you also knew how to make many objects by just not random writing a object 1 2 3 and creating a mess. You can just use this new operator and create a lot of objects, and for each object you can call the function and just display it. I hope you understood this in clear way. If you face any difficulty please comment out and do this exercise. I did not write the full question. You can just say for the 10 student you just take the details and print out all this. I hope you can do this. If you face any difficulty please comment out. I'll try to solve it. And I think that's for today. We did everything like destructor constructor is completed, and here we completed how to do new and delete operator by for creating lot of objects. In the later we'll learn about friend function and nesting of classes, and we'll learn inheritance polymorphism in the later part, and we'll cover everything. You don't have to worry about missing out something, and if you feel I missed out something just leave a comment or suggest. I will surely write about it. So I think that's for today. Save it, run one more time, and we're getting input. So thank you for watching. If you face any difficulty please comment out and access the playlist so that you don't miss any video. And till then, see you till then. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.